Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Easy TV. Thank you for tuning in once again. If it's your first time here, I appreciate you checking out the channel and possibly considering subscribing. And for all of you, if you could take half a second, go down, smash that thumbs up button. It would be greatly appreciated. But today, as you can tell by the title, we have a pair of Adidas running shoes. As you guys know, for those of you who have watched my past videos, one of the things I really love about sneakers is the cool technologies that a lot of these brands are coming out with. I always like to see, in hand the coolest and newest things that companies are coming out with, because I just think innovation in general is super cool. So we're gonna take a look at them. So as you can see here, we've got the tag. It says Adizero Pro. This is a 9.5. I wear a 10, but running shoes, most of the time I go 10 or a 9.5. So one or the other there, but usually, because I'm running, I like slightly of a snugger fit. But I thought the one thing that was kind of interesting is this shoe has Boost on it, but usually when they have Boost, there's some, somewhere in the name, there's the word Boost, whether it's like Ultra Boost or Boost this, Boost that. So I just thought that was kind of interesting branding wise, a little confusing. So here is the shoe out of the box. We'll give that once over as per usual. See there. Put the tag around. It says Lightstrike on the insole, the bottom as well. And I'll actually start here on the bottom. As you can see that the midsole there, we got some Boost. Continental rubber is used as well. That seems to be what Adidas is going with on all their premium running models. The one thing I don't like about the sole upon first glance is these these rubber nubs they put here. Because let's be honest, you including me, listen, I haven't actually used these to run or anything, but you and me both know those are definitely gonna fall off in probably a few wears. They're gonna start to fall off. So I'm not a fan of that. I mean, this is a $180 shoe. This is, supposedly supposed to be Adidas' newest, greatest running shoe. Lightest running shoe, best performing running shoe. And I just don't get that. I just think that's kind of stupid. You can see we've got, as it tapers up here, on the profile, we've got a relatively flat outsole, relatively flat. It is a running shoe though, however. We have a little branding there on the heel, Adiwear. The cool thing here, the reason I want to check it out is we've seen Boost before. You guys know Boost, we're all pretty familiar with Boost by now. But the Lightstrike technology I'm super interested in, which is basically this bright green color, that Sunrise Bliss color that is going on over here. You can see right there. Got some branding over here as well. It's Lightstrike. And so this is supposed to be Adidas' take on a lighter cushioning with good performance as well. And from what I've read up on, there's also, I believe, they didn't say carbon fiber, but a carbon plate embedded in this midsole to give it some rigidity and some spring back when you run. For those of you who know, Adizero as kind of a technology for Adidas has been around for quite a while now. Basically, the way I like to think of it is anytime you see Adizero for an Adidas shoe, it basically means we tried to make a super light version. They've done it with basketball shoes, they've done it with soccer cleats. That's the first time I encountered it. And of course in running shoes as well. And they help do that with this, I think they call it a cellular mesh upper or whatever. Basically just a fancy name for this kind of super lightweight mesh that you can basically see light through. You can kind of see my finger. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but you can kind of see my finger poking through there a little bit. It's got this one layer of like a cell-like, web-like pattern, and then a lighter mesh layer as well. So there's, compared to a regular upper, it is a lot lighter. And definitely upon feeling, like when I picked that box up off my doorstep, you could immediately feel that they were pretty light. When you trade off weight, little to zero kind of support here. Which is a little bit, you can see like that's like barely, that's not even a heel. I don't really want to even call that a heel counter. That's just so no support. Super thin tongue with, I guess what's supposed to be like little padding areas, but there's really barely any padding there. I guess it's just to help out a little bit with a little bit of lace bite. And the other big feature is just the 3 black Adidas stripes here with a little bit of a kind of pattern on it, I guess, and it kind of runs onto the tongue as well, as you can see there continuously. But I think this is interesting because I feel like this is kind of similar to, if you guys remember, I don't know how many years ago, I want to say maybe even 10 years ago when Nike had when Lunarlon was Nike's big technology. A lot of their running shoes that used Lunarlon, they did kind of like this, where they had Lunarlon, which I think would have been in place of the Lightstrike. And then they had a second higher density foam cushioning of sorts to give it some support. That's kind of what this is, you know, kind of giving me vibes of, is a newer, updated version of that. And this time with Boost. My big problem with Lunarlon, and part of the reason why they ended up doing that at Nike, having to put a higher density, better supportive foam with it, and I'm sure kind of the purpose here with Lightstrike as well, it's because they bottom out somewhat easily. So interested to see if that's what happens here with the Lightstrike. But I see this as the potential to just be a new and updated version of that. Now the other interesting thing is I'm taking a look at these nubbed areas on the bottom again. It seems like it's not even just nubs directly on the Boost. It's actually on top of somewhat of a layer. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but if you guys can kind of see there, it's not on the Boost directly. Like that might be the best way to see right there. It's not on the Boost directly. It's on its own little kind of piece of fabric per se. Now I don't know if that's one, which I think is probably the most likely thing, which is maybe it doesn't stick well to Boost directly, which I think is pretty likely. Or two, maybe that textile itself serves some kind of purpose, but I kind of highly doubt that. Let me know what you guys think about these shoes, and for those of you into running shoes, have you tried this Lightstrike technology? I think that's super interesting. We'll throw these on feet and I'll let you guys know the sizing. But for now guys, Easy TV, signing off.